Talk Flow English. Let's talk greetings.
Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into something really fascinating, the psychology of learning a new language. Why is it that our brains struggle so much with English or any language? And what can we do about it?
Oh, this is one of my favorite topics. Because let's be honest, learning a language is not just about grammar rules and vocabulary lists. It's about how our brain processes new sounds, new meanings, and even how our emotions get involved.
Exactly. And here's the first thing we need to understand. Our brain is designed to resist change. Think about it. Your brain loves habits. It wants to save energy. So when you introduce a new language, the brain goes, "Wait, what is this? This feels uncomfortable. Let's just stick to what we know."
Right. That's why many people feel tired after a short English class. It's not that they're bad at languages, it's that their brain is literally working overtime, creating new neural connections. Imagine going to the gym after years of not exercising. You're sore the next day. Well, learning English is mental exercise.
And that brings us to a common myth. People say, "Oh, I'm just too old to learn English." That's not true. The science of neuroplasticity proves that our brains can grow new connections at any age. Yes, it might take longer compared to a child, but adults actually have one advantage. We can understand grammar, strategies, and context better.
And we have motivation. Adults usually learn English because they want a better job, to travel, or to connect with people. That emotional reason becomes fuel.
Exactly. But here's the catch. Fear can block us. Fear of making mistakes, fear of looking silly, fear of not sounding perfect.
Let me tell you a quick story. A student once told me, "I don't want to speak until I sound like a native." Guess what? They never spoke. Perfection became the prison. But when they finally tried speaking, mistakes and all, people understood them. That's the real goal, communication, not perfection.
I love that. And it's proven in psychology. The more we avoid something, the bigger the fear grows. So the only cure is exposure. Step into English even if you're scared.
Yes, exposure therapy. Just like people overcome phobias by slowly facing them, language learners overcome fear by speaking. Start small. Order coffee in English, introduce yourself to a stranger, or even talk to yourself in the mirror.
Here's another brain trick. When you practice in a playful way, you learn faster. Games, songs, funny videos. These lower your stress and open your brain's learning gate.
That's why kids learn so quickly. They treat it as play. Adults can too, but we often forget how.
So in this first part, we've discovered the brain resists change, fear blocks progress, but motivation and play can transform the journey.
Stay with us, because in the next part, we're going to talk about memory, why we forget words so easily, and how to hack our brain to actually remember them.
Welcome back. Let's talk about something every learner struggles with: memory. Pause. How many times have you learned a word in English today, and by tomorrow, it's gone?
Oh, that's the classic frustration. You open your app, repeat, apple, 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 and the next day someone asks, "What's this fruit?" and you freeze. Pause.
The good news is, it's not your fault. It's how the brain works. Memory has 3 steps: encoding, storage, and retrieval. If one of those steps is weak, the word disappears.
Exactly. Encoding happens when you first see or hear the word. Storage is how your brain keeps it. Retrieval is the moment you need to use it. Most learners never practice retrieval. They only see words, but they don't actually pull them out.
That's why techniques like spaced repetition are so powerful. Pause. Instead of memorizing once, you review the word after 1 day, then 3 days, then a week. Each review strengthens the memory, like lifting weights for your brain.
And here's another trick: association. If you learn the word tree, don't just read it. Visualize a tree, touch a tree, maybe even draw a silly picture of yourself hugging a tree. The sillier, the better.
Yes, because emotions boost memory. Think about your life. What do you remember best? Not random Tuesdays, but the moments that made you laugh, cry, or feel proud. So if you attach emotions to English words, they stick longer.
For example, when I learned the Spanish word perro, I imagined a huge dog barking at me. Scary. And because of that, I never forgot it. Fear made the word permanent.
That's such a good point. Learners should create personal connections. If you learn the phrase, "How are you?" don't just say it. Imagine asking your best friend, your boss, or even your favorite celebrity. Context makes it real.
And let's talk about active recall. Close the book, close the app, and test yourself. Say, okay, what's the word for manzana? Pause. Force your brain to dig it out. That's how you train retrieval.
Another strategy is storytelling. Instead of memorizing 20 random words, put them into a funny story. For example, the cat wore sunglasses, drank coffee, and danced in the kitchen. Pause. That image will never leave your mind.
And it's fun. Learning should not feel like punishment. If you laugh while learning, you remember more.
So, quick recap. Memory improves with repetition, association, emotions, and active recall. Stop only studying, start playing with the words.
And in the next part, we'll explore how to build daily habits that make English stick without burning out.
Welcome to the final part. Now that we've talked about fear and memory, let's talk about habits. Because learning English is not a one-day project. It's a lifestyle.
Absolutely. People often ask me, how long will it take to learn English? And I say, forever. Not because you won't improve, but because language learning never ends. Even natives keep learning new words. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress.
So, how do we build strong habits? First, start small. 5 minutes a day is better than 2 hours once a week. Pause. Consistency beats intensity.
Second, link English to something you already do. Listen to a podcast on your way to work, change your phone settings, write your grocery list in English.
Third, celebrate small wins. Pause. If you said one new phrase today, amazing! Reward yourself. The brain loves rewards, and it will push you to repeat the action.
And remember, frustration is part of the journey. Some days you'll feel stuck, some days you'll forget everything. But that's normal. Pause. Don't quit because of a bad day.
One of my students once said, "I feel like I'm climbing a mountain." And I told her, "Yes, but every step counts. Look back, you've already climbed higher than you think."
That's beautiful, and it's true for everyone listening. If you're learning English, you are already brave. You're stepping outside your comfort zone. That's a victory.
So here's our final message. Don't wait to feel ready. Pause. You'll never feel ready. Just start. Speak. Make mistakes. Laugh. Learn.
And remember, you're not alone. Millions of people are on this journey with you. Pause.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Follow us for more tips, and let's make English part of your daily life. Pause.
See you next time, and don't forget to subscribe to TalkFlow English. And remember, your voice is the key.